One of the great things about what's going on in the gaming industry right now is that it seems like one day Microsoft will have some news, maybe even the same day Sony will have some news. But at the very least, it seems like they go back and forth day in, day out. Microsoft will come out with something, Sony will come out with something, and you know who pays off from getting all these announcements? It's us, the gamers. We keep getting all these fantastic bits and pieces of news and announcements, and it really just goes to show that these companies are listening and in tune with what we're asking for. Now, this in particular, if it's true from Sony, really is something that I think everybody was asking for. Like, we've all been saying this for a number of time, months and months and months, that we needed something like this, and now it looks like it's actually happening. And you know what? I think fans are just more excited than ever about the prospects of both platforms. We're getting phenomenal games. Look, this is no joke. I said this would be maybe the best year ever for PlayStation, but maybe one of the best years ever for gaming in general. You've got Horizon Forbidden West just came out to stellar reviews. You had Dying Light come out. You've got Elden Ring getting like amazing reviews. I mean, that's not my type of game, but when you see a game score in the high 90s on Metacritic, you know something's up. And that doesn't even touch the iceberg. We're still getting God of War Ragnarok, possibly Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, Starfield, Gran Turismo 7 very shortly. So many amazing things coming out. And I tell you what, there's no better time to be a gamer, and this is one of the most exciting things that I've ever talked about. Buckle up, folks. It's going to be awesome. Hey there, everyone. I'm the Crap Gamer, and of course, this is Crap Gamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice some changes around here, but that shouldn't stop you from giving us a like, and possibly, maybe even consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you for choosing to spend some of your free time with me today. It means everything to me. I know how busy you all are. You've got, family, friends, work, school, what have you. So the fact that you guys are here spending some time with me means the world to me. Please leave a like. I put a lot of work and effort into the videos. I'm trying to get better and better with them. If you guys could just like them, that's all I ask for. And if you do decide to subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so you're notified of all the content as soon as it drops. Now, Sony, right, they've been kind of quiet lately. They don't do E3 anymore. I mean, they do a couple of big PlayStation showcases a year. And now it looks like one is leaked. What we could possibly, there's rumors that we might hear of a new acquisition there. There's also a possibility of, games that we haven't heard. Because if you think about it, the games that are coming out this year for PlayStation are all games that got showed off pre-PlayStation 5 release. And a lot of these games, Horizon, Gran Turismo, God of War, were supposed to come out last year. So with the upcoming games, like we know that Spider-Man 2 is supposed to be 2023 sometime, and Wolverine probably 2024. So what's coming out after the God of Wars and things like that? People want to know, and it looks like Sony might be obliged to tell us what's coming out, and that just really makes everything even more exciting. So last year may have been a somewhat desolate year for gaming, but 2022 is set to be a big year for PlayStation. Horizon Forbidden West is already here. Gran Turismo 7 is on the way, and there's a lot more to come. So when might we get a new State of Play or full PlayStation showcase? Well, according to the latest round of rumors, we may not have long to wait. The rumors started with Tom Henderson doing a bit of informed speculating about a possible March PlayStation event, and then a fellow leaker weighed in saying he's heard Sony does indeed have a show in the works, and it's going to be a, quote, the good one. So that's something that we can all kind of look at and go, oh, wow, that's pretty incredible. So what might the show include? Well, Henderson has posted a thread sharing some of the details that he's heard that led him to believe that March show must be happening. These include Warner Brothers being eager to show off Hogwarts Legacy and various Last of Us projects nearing completion. He also does some pure speculation based on publicly available info, and I'm going to get into that a little bit. So anyway, what basically was said was one leaker said, happy to add to what's already out there. Yes, they've got a show in March. It's supposed to be, quote unquote, the good one. According to my own sources, this is what Tom Henderson says. There are a couple of the Last of Us projects that are near completion and could release by the end of 2022, early 2023. I'd expect to hear about these projects soon if they were to release this holiday period. According to my own sources and a report from VGC, Twisted Metal is being revived with Firesprite taking over development. It's rumored that the title could release in 2023, so a small tease announcement soon is plausible for recruitment purposes if they need it. Of course, obviously take all of this stuff with a grain of salt because we don't really know just yet, but I will point out when it comes to Tom Henderson, he hasn't really missed in terms of what he's been able to kind of get out there and announce and things like that. He said in December 21, Square Enix had announced more information on Final Fantasy 16 is coming in spring of 22. Spring officially starts on March 20th, and according to them, obviously, it's being reported that Sony has a new service coming similar to Xbox Game Pass, codename Project Spartacus. Launch target was leaked for spring, which is obviously March. Sony also announced some details on PSVR 2 this week, but has yet to announce key details like release date, price, and launch titles. We should hear about these soon if the rumored holiday 2022 release date is to be believed. And of course, in April, VGC reported that a Resident Evil 4 remake is in development and scheduled for release in 2022. Fanbyte earlier reported this month that Capcom is hoping to announce the remake in early 2022. And God of War Ragnarok is scheduled to release this year, but no release date has yet been set. A new trailer and release date around March would be ideal, with an additional trailer dedicated to State of Play closer to release as well. And according to his own sources, Twisted Metal once again being revived, so it looks like they're going to have something there. Hello Neighbor 2, Salt and Sacrifice, and Post Void are a few indie titles releasing in the first half of 2022, although they did get featured in an indie showcase recently. A bit more indies wouldn't really hurt. And then, of course, he says he doesn't think we'll see anything on Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine until the latter half of the year due to the expected release dates of 2023 and 2024. He says he's not expecting everything here to be announced in March, but as you can see, they do have a lot to announce, and this is just the stuff we know about. So he's really kind of going all in about this, talking about the different stuff that they have. And guess what? This all makes sense because everybody's been asking Sony to please deliver some information about the games. Hey, Microsoft too. I'm not putting this all on Sony, by the way. Everybody's been asking Microsoft to show off some gameplay, because if you think about it, we've gotten a lot of stuff announced, but we haven't got anything really kind of shown in terms of gameplay from Microsoft, and that's a little bit troubling if you think about it. But I mean, oh yeah, just like I said, just speaking of how great and how crazy things have been this year. I mean, even Destiny 2 got DLC and stuff like that. People are just really, I think more than ever, just enjoying the gaming aspect of things, and that's a very exciting prospect. And you know, if so, it's also, like I said, rumored that Sony has something in the works, possibly a studio buyout. I don't know if I actually think they would announce a buyout at one of these events. One of the reasons why is because they just seem to announce those randomly. So it wouldn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense to announce something like that, you know, at one of these events. Like, that seems like more of a Microsoft thing, like that they would do. But yeah, getting a release date for God of War, which was rumored to possibly even be seeing a delay, that didn't make a lot of sense. And Jason Schreier actually said, no, it's not going to get delayed. It's on track for this year, so that's good. Things are falling into place. They're really falling into place. And, you know, again, seeing how everything is kind of just kind of being how it is and typical, it would make a lot of sense. Like, again, there's so many great games that are scheduled to come out this year. I really hope Suicide Squad doesn't get delayed, to be honest with you. I just feel like that game could go out and surprise a lot of people. And considering the last time we heard something from Rocksteady was 2014, I just feel like they got, I would hope that they have something to release this year. I mean, that could be my own excitement. I do hope that whatever they have is honestly ready to show. And if it's not ready to show, then, then delay it. That sucks. But at the end of the day, I totally understand why they would do something like that. And I do hope that we get some, like I said, some big announcements sooner rather than later. Like I said, it's been a crazy, crazy year, and it's only going to get crazier. And fans have been asking for this kind of stuff for a very long time, so it would make sense. And it just kind of adds up to what we should be seeing. I just think that without an E3 type announcement, that it makes sense to do something along these lines. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions, though. Like, what do you guys want to see from Sony? Do you guys want to see more on God of War? Have you seen enough? Do you want to? I mean, obviously, we all want a release date, but do you want to see, something new? Like, personally, I want to see some big announcements. I'm excited. I want to see what's going on. I really just want to have a good idea about what to expect on my PlayStation 5, on my Xbox as well. But this is good news that Sony is getting out there ahead of the game, getting people excited as always. And it's just always a good time, always a good thing to have more games being announced. Thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. If you enjoy it, like the video, share it out, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell everybody. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. Crap gamer out.